സ്പീഡ് വായിക്കാൻ പോവാണ്. എല്ലാവരും നന്നായിട്ടൊക്കെ പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യണം. ഒരു സ്പീഡ് 80 വേർഡിലും ബാക്കി അല്പം കൂടി കൂട്ടി. റെഡി? I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you here today. I am delighted that the British Prime Minister has brought with him a truly distinguished business delegation which represents the best of the industry, including companies which are well-known names in India. Economic and commercial ties are a major driver of any strategic partnership between nations. I hope and trust that your visit will be an indication of a greatly strengthened business relationship between India and Britain. The United Kingdom is one of our important trading partners and the fourth largest investor in India. I am happy to say that Indian investors by all means have also taken a keen interest in investing in that country. While the figures are encouraging, they also indicate that the levels of both trade and investment are lower than they could be. Prime Minister and I have decided that we should aim at the improving of our trade turnover during the next few years. We hope that the forum will look at the practical aspects of difficulties to trade and investment and explore new ways to force partnership and collaboration between the two countries. I hope your visit will give you a direct feel of economic development and prospects in India. India offers a large market, a young and creative population, and a stable investment climate. It also offers the prospect of a steadily expanding market. Despite the global economic recession, we are sure to return to a growth line of 8 to 9% per annum. Our economic growth agenda, in all probability, is complemented by a firm commitment to general social policies that will make our growth sustainable and broad-based. Our infrastructure has lagged behind the rate of growth and presents a major challenge. We need much more investment in infrastructure sectors such as power, roads, railways, ports, and aviation. We have outlined a grand program of investment in these areas to meet the deficit. This is based on a combination of public investment and public and private partnership. The public and private partnership route at the same time should offer attractive opportunities for British investors. Of course, the best of the Indian economy is also open for investment by British investors, and we welcome you in a wide range of activities, collaboration in the areas of industrial innovation, research and development, vocational training. Ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely happy to be with you this morning and to associate myself with this pleasant function. On an occasion like this, I would like to say a few words for improving the administration in our country. Every person who is not dealing with a specific subject in an expert way would naturally like to go in for generalizations. I am not an expert in any subject, and so I can say many things about many subjects. Looking at this institute from a distance and going through its publications, it seems to me that it has been making good progress. We have been informed that similar institutes in other countries have begun to appreciate the work of this institute. There can be no doubt about the importance of the work which you are called upon to do. I am glad that from a small annual business session, this gathering of so many distinguished persons will spread out into a conference on a specific subject matter, namely recruitment and training for the public services. I feel that this is something really solid and worthwhile and would bring definitely good results. It may be that the results are not very obvious, but it will be in any case an earnest discussion of subjects of high importance. I often wonder how we should approach these subjects. There are several possible approaches to them. I hope most of you here are either of the administrator type with actual experience or the professor type. Both having a fund of knowledge are very important. I do not think the man in the streets approach is likely to be well informed or even very helpful. However, it is obviously an important approach because the administration is ultimately meant to serve such people. You must always remember that aspect, otherwise, you will have no solid ground under your feet. The administration not only has to be felt to be good by the people affected. That should always be so, but it is all the more necessary in a fully democratic setup. An administrator who is doing honest work and who knows that he is doing his utmost, often does not receive the recognition that is due to him. In fact, he meets with severe criticism and feels hurt. An able administrator will always do the right thing and also make the people feel that they reflects their wishes. Okay, ready? Honorable Speaker, I may be permitted to place before this House a suggestion on the statement of estimates of receipts and expenditure of the Indian Railways. A planning cell has been recently set up in the Railway Board's offices and placed under the charge of a special officer. Senior technical officers have also been attached to the board. Their main task will be to coordinate the railway's second five-year plan and give the necessary guidance to the railways. Progress reports will be carefully studied with a view to facilitating the rapid progressing of the plan. Necessary material is being collected in consultation with other ministers and authorities concerned and the Planning Commission for drawing up the Railways second five-year plan. Instructions have also been issued to the general managers of the railways to set up similar units on their system. It is as yet premature to refer to our ideas regarding the rail transport aspect of the second five-year plan as they are still in the consideration stage. The program has to be carefully laid out in consultation with the Planning Commission as well as governments of the various states. A few states have yet to send us their proposals. The program has to be planned on a big scale not only to meet the needs of our developmental economy but also to open up new areas which have so far remained without rapid transport facilities. It is obvious that in order to meet the overall transport requirements satisfactorily to the country, whether in respect of goods or passengers, it is essential to plan for adequate expansion not only of the railways but also of other forms of surface transport, namely the road, inland water and sea. Railways cannot and will not lag behind developments in other sectors of the economy. I may also assure the House that they are keenly alive to their great responsibilities and are determined to play their vital role as the one among the various instruments of transportation in the country at large. Needless to say, it is essential to promote maximum coordination among the various means of transport, and this matter is already engaging the attention of the Transport Ministry, which has constituted a study group. Railways are also represented on it, as the study group might take some time to furnish its report. I have considered it desirable to examine. But by his manner of functioning, he should make them realize that he has given due consideration to what they said, and that he has been courteous and courteous not only to them but to their thinking. That way, by and large, he will be able to satisfy each of them. The traditional concept of administration, apart from the normal life of the community, is completely out of date today. In fact, the administrator who knows nothing of other jobs would not be a good administrator. In the highly complex society of today, the integrating aspect of his role has become exceedingly important, and he must therefore keep himself fully informed not only of the developments in the community he serves, but also of those in the world at large. There are many problems, but the general impression that I get of the world is an impression of dis- disintegration and not of integration. Anyhow, we are all living in a disintegration world where standards have disappeared, moral values have been given go by, and people think more and more in terms of power over nature. It is obvious that all this technological and scientific progress in the world, unless it is balanced by some kind of moral standards, is likely to lead to destruction. Therefore, I think that it is of the highest importance that this institute should give due consideration to the administrative problems of self-government, more particularly to those of panchayats. It is very necessary to evolve ways and means to combat factions and corruption in public administration. We have to struggle hard for their complete elimination, and this requires higher standards of integrity on the part of the people. The biggest factor that leads to corruption is delay. Therefore, some methods should be found out which make delay impossible. If there is no delay, There is certainly no corruption. I was very happy to note that this institution has done wonderful work in the past. I must congratulate all those who are responsible for that. I am fully confident that this institute will continue to do its best for improving the administration in this country. I would now like to close with an expression of my sincere thanks to you all. A special tribute of honor and appreciation is due to the principal who, apart from his normal work, has done an excellent job in maintaining the high reputation of this institute.